Hello, welcome back to Rated E, in parentheses for estrogen. Yeah, we decided to do a podcast type episode instead of a regular Let's Play because, we lost our recording for the live reaction, and as many times as I tried to record new audio, I just can't capture the same excitement, and I just end up talking about current events. So I'm thinking about doing a very loose topic-based podcast, so that way we can stay on track and not have to just always be doomer posting, because doomer posting is kind of like performative. It's like slacktivism. It's like, what am I really doing? I'm not the only one raising awareness of the issues. So, with that, I would want to talk about one small current event thing. That's that one of my childhood YouTubers came back after an 8-year hiatus, and he posted this poll. Let's see, what does it say? Alright, one more poll so I can see what you all think about Sonic vs. Mario. How many times have you played one game from the Sonic and Mario? Let me see, what does it say? Let me reread that. How many times have you played one game from the Sonic and Mario series? Choose one that most accurately fits. Clarify your pick in the comment. I've replayed a Sonic game 3 to 5 times. This is the one I picked. There's also, I've replayed Mario games 3 to 5 times. And only one playthrough max for Mario or Sonic. And it seems like no one really picked those. But I did leave a comment, so that's what the video is about all the Sonic games that I've played. And just doing a rapid fire of the opinions I have of each one. So with that said, let's start the gameplay and start this podcast. For the Sonic franchise, I've beaten the first game. I can't really put a number on how many times I beat it, but it's gotta be like less than 3. And we're also like gonna count it as beaten even if we did it with saves, because despite the fact these old games are made without saves, it's like the only way I could like beat some retro games is just with saves. Granted, maybe I could beat this game because Sonic 1 is not necessarily that hard. It's just that if you're rushing through it and you're not collecting lives, like you can just kind of just get your ass kicked on the bosses, but it does have the whole rings mechanic, so it does make it like not impossible. Like if you're fast and quick enough, you can like always have 1 pip of health. But sometimes I'm not that fast. I don't know. I guess my favorite zone is probably the Green Hill zone, or maybe the Spring Yard zone. I don't really like. I'm not gonna hate on like Labyrinth Zone and be like, oh, water levels suck, because it's like that's the gimmick. It's the water level, and it's fine. Like I think it's kind of unique that Sonic can't swim, so it's like they're playing around with water physics. I guess the ending of the game's pretty cool too. The final boss is kind of just like, it's whatever. I mean, like, you know, he's like got these big pillars. I think most people think of like final bosses and they think of like the final boss from Sonic 2, the egg robot. And with that, we'll go to Sonic 2. Sonic 2 is probably my favorite of the classic games. It's like just kind of, it just like has that flow state. Like you're never really like slowed down in Sonic 2, even if you get stuck on a slow path. It's like you're not that far away from like going down the slope and pick up speed again, and I feel like it rewards you for exploring, and it doesn't really punish you too much for taking the wrong path. Like obviously if you take the higher path or like a secret path, like you'll get more secrets like lives and rings and all that. Special stages are pretty fun. The special stages in Sonic 1 are fine. They're just there. I mean, it's just like a maze. I feel like it's a bit more brain dead than the Sonic 2 ones. Sonic 2 ones like have this faux 3D kind of aspect to it, and it just makes it feel like you're still Sonic, like you're running, trying to get the Chaos Emerald. It just feels more Sonic-like. And the other one feels like you just don't have any control over Sonic. Like there's no real sense of speed. Like you just kind of influence his direction. I guess you control him by jumping in the first one. It's fine. But the special stages in this are also more important because instead of just giving you a good ending, and the good ending in the first one's not that much different from the first one. You just get like little critters and shit. But the second one, you get to turn into Super Sonic, and to this day, I don't think I've gotten Super Sonic. At least not like legit. I've definitely like save stated. And it's pretty good. I think my favorite level is probably, I don't know. I feel like nowadays Chemical Plant Zone is like overplayed as like a classic one. And I guess I kind of liked how it was like futuristic, but I never really liked it because of the whole water thing. I think it took the generations for me to be like, okay, this is an iconic Sonic level. But I don't know. I think I like Hilltop Zone because it's just kind of weird. It's like just the first zone but like off color, like there's like blue soil instead of regular soil. Oil Ocean's pretty cool too. Pretty sure that's in Sonic 2. If it's Sonic 3, I'm sorry, I never really played Sonic 3 like all the way through. That's like the next one on my list, Sonic 3. I haven't beaten it, not even the Knuckles part. I've beaten CD though. I played the hell out of CD because I had the Xbox release, and it was really fun to just go in there and do the time trials on all the levels. You could also like go back and do the special stages or like break the robots. There's like multiple ways to get a good ending. Special stages were a little bit wonky, but it is Sonic in 3D and it was kind of cool. Sonic CD also had those like fun little extras, and you play as Tails in the newer release. The intro cutscene was epic. The soundtrack was really good, especially the Japanese soundtrack. Like, I guess the American one has like this kind of unique aura to it too, so it's not like I hate it. Like, I do love Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom's pretty good, and that's only the American one. To Sonic Warrior though, it's really good. It's just really good. I just like how it's like just this theme that plays throughout, and then it's like also like you can do anything is really good, and how like there's like this whole motif with when you get to stage, like the little clear jingle. It's like really good. Sonic Adventure 1 I have not beaten. I've only barely started it recently, and it's got multiple stories, and it's not like they're all super long, but it's also a game where you gotta like traverse the overworld a lot, and there's sometimes these little puzzles or like you have to pay attention, and so it's been kind of hard, but it's also a game made for babies, so I'm just kind of like scraping everywhere I can go, because I don't want to look at a guide for a Sonic game. I feel like I only do that when I'm like really desperate, like I just really don't know where to go, but I feel like Sonic games usually spell out where to go. Like even 06, it will have like on the mini map where to go, or like some annoying shit with the loading screen tips or whatever. I think, or maybe just talk to the NPCs. Yeah, you just talk to the NPCs in these types of Sonic games. It's nothing crazy. Now Sonic Adventure 2, I have completed, and this is gonna go for both adventure games. They have this like strong 2000s aura to them. That's all I can really say about them. They just like feel strongly like of the era, like very like 90s cool, transitioning into like Y2K aesthetics. Also, like everything's like Evangelion and like edgy and emo in Sonic Adventure 2. Adventure 2 just kind of feels like this is Sonic. This is edgy emo anime. Like Shadow's like angsty teenager that wants to get revenge on the world. I don't know, it's just kind of funny. And I have beaten this one. This one was pretty good. I don't know. I don't think it made me cry. I don't know. I came to it later in life, so I don't think it made me cry. I don't know. Next one on the list is Heroes. I have not beaten it, but I put a lot of hours into it. I've beaten the Sonic campaign, the KLX campaign, and the Amy campaign. I have not beaten the Shadow one yet. But I also don't have that same save file, so I have to do it all over again. This is the problem. It's like I'll play the game, I'll lose the save file, or just lose interest, and then just like come back to it later. You have to beat it 4 times, and it's already a pretty long campaign. You have to beat it 4 times. And all the levels are the same, because it's like beating the game as Sonic or Knuckles, like in Sonic 3. Something I have yet to do either. But it takes it a step further, because you have to beat it 4 times to get the final boss, and I don't think I'm ever going to play that final boss. It's just lost on me. I played the Shadow Generations version of that boss. It seems pretty cool. But, I don't know, like, the Generation game is just, like kind of Aura Farm, like, hype moments, I guess. Alright, next on the list is Shadow the Hedgehog, the game from 2005. I've not beaten it. I think I got one ending on it, but I haven't, like, played it thoroughly. I think to really beat Shadow, you have to, like, get each ending at least once. But then there's also, like, they name the different paths to get to the different endings. So then there's like playing all the levels, and then there's the expert mode that's also all the levels. So it's a game you can't like they want you to spend hours with, but I just can't really get over some parts of the gameplay. Like sometimes it feels like Adventure or Heroes, and then sometimes it's just like a little bit stiff. I mean, the vehicles aren't impossible, and the guns are fine. I also don't really like the exploration aspect, like to deal with some of the side missions you really have to explore. Which is kind of funny because I like CD in Sonic 2, which had a little bit of exploration. More so CD than Sonic 2, but Sonic 2 has like a decent amount of like the different paths like matter. So maybe I'll love Shadow by the end when I finally do a thorough deep dive, but I just haven't. I just haven't put the time into Shadow. That's like a game I got recently. I always wanted it as a kid, because after I played Heroes, I saw the commercials on 4Kids for Shadow, because like, you know, they had the Sonic anime, Sonic X, but never got it. I don't know. I don't even think it was like a thing. It was like too edgy, because like my parents let me play Grand Theft Auto, so I just think it's just like it just never came up. I don't know. Let's see, we had Sonic 06. I've beaten it like 3 or 4 times. I don't even know why. I don't even like it that. I think it's just because it's like of the era. It's like very like transition from PS2 to PS3, and there's like a lot of weird games from that time. Like I think 2007 had that Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, where it was like in development hell. It was going to be a GameCube game, and then it was going to be an Xbox game, and then it became a 360 game. Like original Xbox, but I say Xbox. Also like morphed from like a platformer to like a vehicle thing to like a racing thing, back into like this kind of like sandbox game where you build vehicles to solve tasks. Like the platforming is kind of non-existent. Like you can do it a little bit. In fact, there's like a video that explains, can you beat the game without any vehicles? And it's like, kinda, yeah. This isn't about Banjo-Kazooie. We could do a video about that, but I don't know. I feel like discussion on Banjo-Kazooie is just kind of poisoned, because it's just kind of like a dead franchise, a dead game. I mean, you can play the old games and they're still fun, but like after that, it's like it's been done to death. Like I don't know. I mean, I'm saying that I'm playing a Mario 64 video, but at least I'm playing with my Sonic OC. Yeah, Sonic 06, I think there's a lot I like about it. I like the biblical references, like the iconography of Soliana. I like how it's like kinda Mediterranean, like it's supposed to be Italy, definitely. But it's also got all this fantasy shit, so like there's like when you're in the future in Crisis City, it's like these crazy warped highways like a Sonic level would have. There's a giant like jungle like forest area. The forest area kind of looks like a shitty Gmod map, but like the level associated with it is actually it's got pretty decent vibes. You're like in these big green canopies. I couldn't tell you what the level's name is though. I only know like, see, Crisis City, Kingdom Valley, Wave Ocean, I think is the level for like the water, like the Sonic, like it's kind of like Sonic Adventure 1's opening level, or like the Sonic Heroes opening level, but it's in Sonic 06. Also, everything's like a physics object. It's like a physics-heavy game. Because they use the Havoc's physics, and like everything used Havoc's physics, like even Banjo-Kazooie. Like a lot of these games use the same physics engine. I think even the wrestling games did. It was just like a big thing on the 360 at the time. And I don't know, because of it, you can do like a lot of crazy stuff. Like my favorite thing is to just be Sonic and just stand on the blocks, like the silver ones, and then force them into space. You can't do it every time, but a lot of the time you can just like kick the boxes and you bounce into space. I tried to use this to no-clip into areas, and then I was successful once, but because of how the game is coded, the triggers for unlocking levels only unlock when you do the task associated with them, like when you're like in that part of the game. So you have to progress the game to get to a later game state to like have the triggers. Other than that, the triggers are not there. So there's no way to sequence break as far as I know, because like I would clip into some of the areas and hit the level icon and it would not let me sequence break. I know there's a way to do a credits warp where you talk to an NPC, but you knock them into the water, and then when you activate their quest, it like breaks the game when it transitions, because like the NPC is missing, but it has to like show them in a little cutscene to do the mission, because you know Sonic 06. I think there's like a Dark Spine Sonic video explaining the credits warp in that game. The silver gameplay is a little bit agonizing, but I do like the gimmick with the physics objects. It's like it's pretty obvious they wanted to show off that engine. I don't know, now I'm thinking like what if there was a Sonic Source game, but I don't know, it seems like a bit chaotic too, because like cars don't even control well in the Source engine, so I don't know. Let's see. Shadow Story is pretty cool. I do like how they kept the vehicles, but ditched the weapons. Now the weapons are part of the vehicles. I think it's cool that they kept his chaos abilities though, and they like you can upgrade the chaos abilities and do all these crazy things. It kind of makes it feel like a little bit like Devil May Cry, like he's doing a devil trigger when he like uncuffs his like he unleashes his power. He's like super evil, you know, but evil for good. He's chaos but controlled. He's chaos control. Yeah, I don't know. It's just edgy and cool. The game is like has edgy 2000s like cringe and aura, so I understand why people like it now but hated it then. I understand why people still hate it now, because it's still like a clunky mess. Like it's just not that fun. Like I think my least favorite level, despite how, like the aura it had, because it was visually pretty. I liked the train level, but I just really hated it. Like I hated how you had to do the bomb thing, and I hated the auto scroller at the end where you just run as Sonic. All those Sonic auto runners kind of suck. Like if you're trying to speed through it and like you know the route, even then you could just get hit by like a random bullet, or just like you're just like a little bit too off to the side, and Sonic's going so fast that like it's really hard to like course correct, and you just hit the wall and shit. The way I course correct is like I light speed dash, but even then you go so fast light speed dashing, you could just dash into another wall, so you really gotta route it out. And it's like I don't know, am I supposed to be like trial and erroring, or am I supposed to be like testing my reflexes? I don't know. I guess it's a Sonic game, you're supposed to replay it, but it's hard to replay it when some of it's just kind of RNG, especially with the physics objects, like in the Crisis City version of the auto scroller. It's just not that fun. I don't know. It's like not impossible. Like I've beaten it 3 times, but I don't know. I think I did it because like one time as a kid I was determined, and then as a teenager I was like, I need to beat this game just because, like, I need to go through all of it because, like, it was getting a bit of a resurgence on YouTube in the 2010s about how bad it was. And then I played it again to beat it again because I wanted to do a video on it, but then I just never really got around to it because it's like, what can I say about Sonic 06 that hasn't been said? And so I said it here. Sonic Unleashed, like Sonic 06 and like Sonic Adventure 1, there's all these overworlds. So it's like, you go around and you talk to NPCs, and that's kind of the game loop before you go to the actual Sonic stages. But this introduces the 3D boost gameplay. I know people say the boost was introduced in Sonic Advance, and I forgot to put that on this list. I played Sonic Advance, I've beaten none of them, but I played all 3 of them. Wait, have I really beaten none of them? I don't know. I don't know if that game has like true endings or anything where you gotta beat all the campaigns. I've also played Sonic Rush, and I haven't beaten that yet either. And I haven't even touched Rush Adventure. I did touch Colors DS, and it's the same type of gameplay. Maybe we'll do a more thorough thing on that, but I just didn't really play those ones, so we're skipping to all the console boost games. So we're skipping those 2000s handheld games, but I think they're pretty cool. I did play them. The sprite work, legendary. People still use it for sprite animations to this day. Yeah, that in the Sonic Battle. People really like Sonic Battle. See, Unleashed. As a kid, I thought this game was hype, but I didn't play it until I was a little bit older. I played it after Generations. So I would have been like 12 or 13 by the time I played it. When did it come out? Sonic Unleashed. Release date. Let's see. 2008, so I would have been 9 years old. I don't know what 9-year-old Kimmy was thinking about Sonic. Maybe Sonic was lame by then, but then Sonic came back around because Generations was awesome and people liked that game. Should I put Sonic 4 on this list? I played it, but I never beaten it. I just didn't like it. In fact, I think I only had the Xbox demos, so you can only play like the first level. Okay, we're back. Where did I leave off? Sonic Unleashed, yes. So, I've beaten it the one time. I don't know. I tried to play it again, but I just couldn't get through it. I don't know. There's a recomp. Maybe I'll play that. What can I say that hasn't been said? I don't know. The combat is whatever. Like, it's not the worst combat I've ever played in a game, but early on it is the worst combat ever. It's like extremely repetitive and you don't have a lot of options. When you get upgrades, then you get some more options, but you'll mostly just like throw them into the ground and do quick time events if you want to kill all the enemies pretty fast. Like, you have to grind forever to really get the perfect punches. Yeah, like to just like kill enemies instantly, you gotta level the fuck up. They make that one mod for Recompiled called Like a Werehog, and I guess that's kind of cool because I do like a dragon, and I also like DMC, so maybe I'll play that. I hope the PC version also fixes the whole problem with the music. I just really hate the combat song. A lot of times when I'm playing Sonic Unleashed, especially when I used to, I think I used to stream it sometimes too, I would just turn the music off, like plain, just turn the music off, play my own music. I really couldn't with that battle theme. Even though the level music itself is like always pretty good. Probably one of the better Sonic scores, I would say. Like, everything kind of has like this kind of like movie atmosphere to it. Like, people say it's like Pixar style with the whole thing, but I don't know if I say that. Like, I guess it is kind of Pixar like everything is kind of cartoony. But I feel like when people think Pixar, they think like the hot moms, and there are no hot moms in this game as far as I can see. It just kind of feels like, you know, like Sonic is in his normal style and everyone around him is in a cartoon style. So like Sonic still looks like Sonic. But that's fine. That's fine because like I think it works. Like the environments are going for like a faux realism with like everything's like super detailed and shiny. Like it's got the Sega blue skies and all that. But then the NPCs, I guess them being cartoony also makes them feel a bit more of the world. I don't know, because like people act like the humans have always been like uber realistic, like Sonic Unleashed, where it just kind of feels like a military game at times, or like a faux Grand Theft Auto but it's European. But the NPCs in the adventure games, they kind of have a more anime like toy style, like kind of like if Final Fantasy VII had more polygon, but not really like, because I think Final Fantasy VIII had like a more realistic style, or like more like natural proportions of the characters, because I think they're still like anime. I don't know, I never played Final Fantasy VIII. What does that even look like? Let's see. Final Fantasy VIII screenshots. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, they do have like more normal bodies. Yeah. So like I would say like I like you know like the Sonic adventure NPCs are closer to like, you know, like early 3D graphics humans, but you know with like kind of cutesy faces. Like I don't know, like everything looks like a toy in Sonic. Sonic Adventure, and I guess Sonic Unleashed. Yeah. I guess Sonic Unleashed just looks more Western, so maybe it throws people off. But also Sonic's made for like Western babies, so. Colors, I haven't beaten it. People say the story and that sucks. I thought, you know, the writing wasn't that bad. I thought like, you know, the gags were kind of funny. It does kind of set the trope though, like Sonic is just kind of like Spider-Man or Deadpool, he has to quip at everything. And I don't know, I guess 90s Sonic was kind of like that too, with the cartoon series. But I feel like when like Sonic is quippy in the adventure games, it feels like more pointed, like more directed, like, you know, it's like Sonic's more anti-authority in that. And I guess he is anti-authority against Eggman, because Eggman wants to be like a dictator or something. But it just kind of feels like, you know, it just doesn't take anything seriously. Maybe Sonic's always been like that though, because now I'm thinking like, in the adventure games, like Sonic's characterization overall is like, he's like a free spirit that moves with the wind. I don't know, now I'm kind of on the fence. I guess it just feels like, you know, Colors is just more like a wacky wahoo adventure, and the older games felt like more anime, like they felt more like, you know, like grandiose, I guess. And even like in the next game we're gonna talk about Generations, cause I'm sorry, I'm not really gonna talk much about Colors. It's got good vibes, the level things are kind of fun. I like that it takes place in a theme park, so it's like a kind of like smaller, more isolated location, but it's like, you know, on an alien planet, so it's like, you know, the same Sonic tropes, but it's like fresh, you know. It's like instead of a carnival, it's like a roller coaster theme park. Instead of you know, Green Hill Zone, it's like a lush green alien planet, and so on for everything else. It's just like the same but different. More, alien space. Sonic Generations, on the other hand, I don't know. I guess I thought it was really cool when it came out. I definitely thought it was cool when it came out. I got this game for Christmas, the year it came out, in 2011. It came out in November that year. And I was all over this game. Like, I'd read the Game Informer for it. I'd fucking look it up online. I didn't have internet back then, so I had to go look it up on, like, the library computer to, watch all the trailers and gameplays. That's actually how I found this YouTuber, is because he's, like, the only guy who, like, uploaded HD gameplay of this game and like uploaded all the mods, because like no one else did. No one else had, like, you know, because I think the PC version came out a little bit later though, so that's when all the mod shit happened. But early on, you know, I just like watched people play this. I watched cutscenes. I really played it, and this made me want to go back and play other Sonic games. So that's how I did eventually play Colors and Unleashed, because up to that point I only played Oh, and also went back to play Adventure. I never played the Adventure games, so I didn't have a GameCube or a Dreamcast. I only had a PS2, so and an Xbox 360. And then I had the Xbox One, which honestly is kind of stinky. But now PlayStation's kind of stinky now. Actually, they're both kind of stinky now. Xbox is basically dead, and then PlayStation's like, oh, how about we kill ourselves too? I don't know. The whole disc thing. That's the current events you're getting. To call back to earlier. This is the current events you're getting. So, see, Lost World, didn't play it. Boom, didn't play it. Storybook games, did not play either. To go back to Generations though, like it just kind of felt like the culmination of everything cool and everything Sonic. Like it felt cool to be a Sonic fan. Even threw in like fucking Sonic 4 shit. And then when Sonic 4 like Part 2 came out, it surprised me they didn't go with like a classic aesthetic, because everything now is classic Sonic. Like if they made Sonic 4 nowadays, it would just be like classic Sonic, either like Mania style or like 3D classic Sonic, like Sonic Superstars. But I don't know, because they also did so many tie-ins to CD, and there was the CD PC release. So it's just, I don't know, it's just, I don't know. I guess I don't want them to go back and mod it in. Like, there's already a mod that does that. And I kind of like the classic, or like the modern Sonic design more. Because, again, it's more edgy, more anime, you know? But yeah, Sonic Generations, I kind of just wish it had more story. I wish it had, like, more DLC. I guess it was fine, because it's kind of like, you know, this is an anniversary game, we're packaging everything together, and it was, like, really tight gameplay. Because it's, like, 9 zones, but 2 levels across those zones, and then, I think, like, 4 boss battles, and then, like, 3 rival battles, which are also boss battles, but they're against, like, Metal Sonic, Shadow, and Silver. And, like, that game rewrote history, too, because, like, it made Sonic 06 seem cool with the whole Silver fight, and they, like, fixed Crisis City, and then you could be like, wow, I finally see the vision. This is what they wanted with the fast Sonic section, dude. They wanted Sonic to be fast, and you to be like, wow, oh, everything's on fire, it's crazy, wow. And it's like, oh my god, we're fighting the devil, dude. I don't know, it's just kind of... it just, like, it felt cool. It felt cool. It felt like Sonic had made it. Which is like why like Lost World seemed like such dog shit, because it's like, oh, okay, this is the next Sonic game, and it's just kind of like a regression. Sonic's slow again. He has this parkour move, but it doesn't really like... Well, I shouldn't shit on it too much. I haven't really played it, but it just seems like everything's felt kind of slower. Like, what's the point of the parkour? It's Sonic. We've seen him run on walls. Like, why can't it be like a Ninja Gaiden wall run? And I guess it kind of was. But, I don't know. Ninja Gaiden felt faster. Wall running's in Ninja Gaiden, right? I don't know. It's like in every game now. I don't really care. Correct me if you want, but I will not care. Sonic Mania, I did beat it once. Maybe. Actually, I don't even think I did. I just have it. And I played a bunch, but I never beat it. I don't know. I think what it is like... I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Isn't there like a true ending in that game? I don't think I've ever gotten like a true ending. Like, I feel like I beat it at least once, because you get a bunch of unlockables for playing through the game. Like, you play Puyo Puyo in that, and it's just a standalone mode, but you get it for beating the boss battle. And there's also the Encore mode. Like, I think I have that, the DLC, and I still haven't, like, played all of it. So I haven't beaten Sonic Mania, I guess. I just haven't, like, thoroughly explored it, you know? I'm, like, a bit of a Sonic poser. It's kind of like Sonic, it's kind of like Shadow 5 for me. It's just, like, just haven't explored it, you know? Sonic Forces, I did not finish. I played it. I played it about around the same time as Mania. No, I played it, like, after. I played both these, like, way after they came out. Like, after the fact that maybe... I think I played them in 2020. These games must have been, like, what, like 2017, right? Let's see. Sonic Mania release date. Because it came out the same year. Let's see. 2017, yeah, so I played them like 3 years after the fact during lockdown. But I just didn't feel it in me to finish Forces, even with my cute persona. Like, I played through it, and then I just kind of feel like it's brain dead. So the levels would stop before they even gain any momentum. And the real challenge comes from after you beat the game, you can go back and play the harder challenges and shit. But even then, it's like, but the game was already baby shit. Like, why would I go back? I don't know. Sonic Frontiers, I beat it once. It took me forever to beat it. I don't even know. It has a lot of hype moments and aura. Sometimes the writing just felt like, hey, remember this thing? And that's kind of cool, to an extent. It's like, I do wish they remember more things. You know, there's a lot of things in Sonic that he doesn't remember. Like, he doesn't remember his fucking moves he had in the last game, you know? But, some of it just, like, didn't land on me. Like, I didn't read the comics. I didn't play every single Sonic game. And I don't know. The will they won't they with Sonic and Amy is kind of crazy, because it's like they're basically dating and they're basically like lifelong lovers, but they just don't address it. And it's like, well, then what's the point? Like, I don't know. Like, I felt like, you know, Sonic's supposed to be like rejecting of Amy because he doesn't want to be tied down, and Amy like admires his free spirit, and that's why he chases after him. You know, like, but it just kind of felt like, you know, I don't know. I want to say, like, Amy, like, felt, like, useless. Like, she definitely served her purpose and plot, but it just kind of felt like maybe, it felt like Amy was going to be, like, it just kind of felt like, I don't know, boring. Like mother-like. Like, we're going to turn Amy into a Minnie Mouse, and she's going to be, like, Sonic's, canonical wife. It's, like, I don't know, straight couple? I don't know. Also, I guess Tails is there, and Knuckles. The ending was fine, I guess. I don't know. Is there a true ending to that game? I don't want to go back and play all of it. I don't want to 100% it. I like the combat in the overworld. Like, I do like how it feels. Like, I like Sonic having this fast-paced, almost DMC-like combat. But then the levels don't have that. The levels are just generation levels again, which I had already just seen in Forces. Like, I guess there's that highway one that's unique. Maybe there's more unique ones, but it's just like, oh my god, we're just reusing Chemical Plant and Generations, or not Generation, Green Hill Zone. And it's just like, I don't know, even like Sonic's Pac-Man DLC in Pac-Man World 2 was also just generation assets. It was just Green Hill Zone again. Like, I guess that's a different game, and like Sonic's really is represented by his first game and first level. But I don't know. It's just kind of, it's kind of corny. It like resembles a Sonic that is like so long gone and foreign that they're like trying to like still grasp onto. Like, I feel like Sonic progressing into like this kind of like futuristic, utopian, or even dystopian, because like Eggman's there trying to take over. Like kind of like Y2K for the Great Arrow, like you know, like utopia futuristic vibes, like, you know, retro futuristic. At the time it wasn't retro, like it was like, this is futuristic. Like, it felt like Sonic was progressing, I guess. Frontiers, to an extent, does have that sci-fi vibe, but it also just kind of feels like, you know, like, how everything now is, like, cyberpunk, and, like, just a reminder that we're just, like, trapped in the system, and, like, everything is a simulation. And I guess it's cool for a Sonic game. Like, I don't think any Sonic game's really done that, except for, like, that one level in Shadow where you go in the computer. The whole game just kind of felt repetitive. I don't know. Sometimes the combat, like, some of the enemies just force you to do specific things, so it's like, can I really experiment and combo freely? But I also think I might just be bad at it, or I don't know. Frontiers was fine. And as for like newer games, I'd not play Superstars. I played Riders. I think Riders like is that futuristic game I like. Like, I like how everything, it's just sci-fi. It feels like that one level from Sonic Heroes, but it's like a whole game. the Mario and Sonic Olympic games are fine. I didn't play all of them. I played the one during COVID. That was like the Olympic one in Tokyo. And I haven't even beaten that one either. It has like a quirky little story mode. It kind of feels like a Flash game where like it's just the sprites of Mario and Sonic from their first game just juxtaposed at each other. Like no one really cares about aspect ratio. Everything kind of looks like a Famicom game, like a NES or what's the Sega one? It wasn't called the Master System, was it? Let me see. Sega 8-bit system. That one was Sega Master System. Okay. Yeah, it kind of felt like that old school, like 80s arcade game old school. But Sonic was in 16-bit, so like the aspect ratios of like the sprites and shit, they make sense. It was just like it's just Flash, just flashy animation, whatever. It's fine. I mean, it's not literally Flash. Flash is dead, but you know what I mean. It's just sprites thrown together. It's like what I would do in Godot if I made a Sonic meets Mario fan game, and it had to be specifically their origins, I guess. In fact, since Sonic is a 16-bit sprite and Mario's an 8-bit sprite, I'd probably just double the size of Mario. I would be that lazy. Looks like this video is coming to an end, so maybe I gotta come up with an outro. I didn't even go into the Mario games. I had a completely separate part of that comment about Mario games. I don't know. I haven't beaten as many Mario games as I've beaten Sonic games. Like, Sonic games I tried to beat at least once. Less so nowadays. I find it hard to like care about Sonic in the official capacity, because it's like Sega is just like, they're doing like all the corporate stuff that all the other corporations are doing. And if I want to play like indie games, I'll play Sonic fan games. My favorite Sonic fan game is SRB2, but specifically SRB2 Persona, because it's also a Persona fan game where you play as Sonic characters, and it's like really fun. It's like really hype. You just go through dungeons. I love dungeons. I love dungeon crawling games in general. Like, a lot of people hate random encounters, and I can feel that. But I think random encounters are fine. Like if you're into the battle system and making the builds to tackle that, I think that old school dungeon crawler games are fun. I think the only time recently I felt like absolute agony is like maybe if like the game doesn't have as many save locations. Like, I don't know, I was playing Persona 1, and I think it does have plenty of save locations, but sometimes you'll just be like random encounter after random encounter, and you're just trying to get to the next save so you can just like, your team doesn't die. But I mean, the save doesn't even heal you. You just gotta get to the save so you can like save scum and like come back in case like you fuck up. That's only really like Persona 1 though. There's no random encounters in Persona 3, 4, or 5. It's all roaming encounters, so everything is just like there in the overworld, and you choose what you interact with. A lot of games do that now. Like even like newer Dragon Quest games do that. I've seen that. It's just, I don't know, I guess it's like preference. Like, I'm not gonna say you're a baby if you hate random encounters. I think like the way Pokemon does it's pretty fun too. Like, random encounters are in designated areas, so it's like you can choose how much random encounter you want by like taking the shortest route through the tall grass, or trying to avoid it altogether. I mean, granted, there's parts in Pokemon that it is unavoidable. You have to walk through fields of tall grass. But, I mean, it's also the point of the game. Like, the gameplay loop is catching the Pokemon, so it's like, I don't hate it, so. With that, thanks for listening to the podcast. We'll see you on the next part of this Mario thing. Or at least past him, you will. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Hi, here's a little bit of an extra tidbit I just figured out. And that's that on the Sonic Wiki, if we control F and look for Bill Clinton, we get this thing on the wiki. It says, Sonic's personality was defined by 3 pillars that align with Sega's image: cool, challenger, and backstory. He was made to appeal to American audience, under the belief that successful in the US would attract Japanese consumers. Okay, let's see. Success in the US would attract Japanese consumers. He was made impulsive, which Oshima saw as representative Americans, influenced by Bill Clinton's get it done attitude. Okay, there's a problem with this though, and it's that it's not true. When we go to the references, here are the references. So it was 32, 33, and 34. In fact, let's go back so that you know I'm not fucking around. Okay, right here. 32, 33, 34. What happens when we go here? Well, one, these links in the modern day are all dead. Let's see. Well, this Yahoo one goes to way back, and we'll get to that one in a second. And this one, also a dead link. But I went ahead and went into the way back machine for you. So, the first one, when we search for Bill Clinton in this Game Sutra interview, nowhere. In fact, the only thing we get about Sonic's personality, let me see. Main colors red, white, and blue. Michael Jackson's bad. So, and Santa Claus. There's no mention of Bill Clinton. And then we go to the Kotaku article from back then. Same thing. It references the Gama Sutra article, the one that we were just on. And it just refers to Michael Jackson and Santa Claus. No Bill Clinton. In fact, I'll search it for you. No Bill. No Clinton. No president. Unfortunately, this video, the only video evidence, allegedly, has nothing on it. So I don't know, the Sonic Wiki, it just lies. But it's not the only thing. I also, if we go back to YouTube, I have left a comment on a YouTube video. Let's see. Ooh, history. This one, a Game Tap article.
Successful Sega games. He kicks off his next project, harnessing his lifelong love for speed to create a game like no
times. To play Mario from this point to this point took 30 seconds, but if I can go through the sense of accomplishment.
A character is.
At the time, Michael Jackson released Bad, and his boots had a belt on it, and I thought it was really cool. But color-wise, a black boot is
Capitol Hill.
If there was a problem, Bill Clinton took action right away. I saw that American attitude on TV. That was the
There's a problem with this interview, though. Look at how he's cut out and how it's heavily edited, and it's also, we're hearing a translated voice. It's not his actual words. If you listen to the Japanese track, that, like, even though it's covered up by all the extra audio, he does not say the words Bill Clinton at all. In fact, I left a comment here that I'm going to read right now. I don't necessarily think that's true, because Bill Clinton was the governor of Arkansas in 1991 when Sonic was released, which means his development was most likely in 1990. Bill Clinton wouldn't have run for president until 1992, the year Sonic 2 came out. I'm not sure there is any time where Oshima would know the name Bill Clinton before 1992, unless he was really into Arkansas's politics back in 1990. So I thought that was really weird, and I just wanted to share that. In addition, on that Game Tap video we just played at the end,
I saw that there were other comments on the video that were skeptical. I got one right here that says, let's see, what does it say? Yeah, I saw the fact on Did You Know Gaming, and I was immediately skeptical, not just for the reason you mentioned, but because Sonic's personality isn't really like Bill Clinton's. I also went back to the Did You Know Gaming Sonic video, their oldest one from 13 years ago. It didn't say the fact in there, so I'm thinking maybe it's from their website or one of their social media pages, but I didn't do much more detective work than that. We have someone saying Clinton was a senator, which is not true. He was a governor. Let's see, what else do we have? I got one more dissenting comment, which is... Oh my goodness, where did I post it? Clinton was elected U.S. president in 1992, the same month Sonic 2 came out. Fail. How true? How true?